And hello everyone, welcome to another one of our bi-monthly ICC Express and Keyworkz training sessions. It is Monday, April 13, 2015, and I am ready to get started here. So as promised 2 weeks ago, the last time we were on the call, I promised you that I was going to continue with my Beyond Paranormal website. So that's what we're going to do today. And another little bit of drudgery that I'm going to share with you at the end. But I was just spending a little time with Viral Image Curator Pro and ICC Express, and I was finding some images that I could use because I know I can get a really cool look for this website. So I think Viral Image Creator Pro is getting these really tiny ones, so I'm going to have to go into that. They're still good pictures, you can see. Most of these are actually available in larger resolution, so I'll probably go back and get the larger ones. But all of these images are really good for like Beyond Paranormal look that I'll be able to use on the website. And they're all completely free, no attribution required. So there's like a lot of really cool stuff that I can use. A bunch of UFO stuff. And interdimensional type of things like that. Just one after another. And I do have like Photoshop, I can blow them up or whatever, which I probably will do. Or even ICC Express, I think, can blow them up for me and also put EXIF data into them. So that's probably what we'll do. Now, the thing is, I was trying to figure out which theme, and the theme that we have now is this 2015, which is really designed as a scaled down mobile ready theme. We might try that. I might try seeing how it would look with a header on this one, but I really haven't played around with this one too much, so I don't want to waste your time, exploring something that I don't know too much about yet. I have checked out some really cool things that you can do with 2014, so let me just activate that for a second. 2014 is set up to really do some amazing things with images. And in case you hadn't noticed, the design paradigm that is being moved towards in terms of the mobile ready website involves very little of the the stuff that you used to have on a website. It's like they're just like dumping everything and going to this sort of really big image wash, over everything. Like, for example, if I show you I don't know if I can even pull this up, but if I went to the sign up for, you can see a sign up for the webinars that I'm using now. They're really super responsive type. So I forgot the URL, so I'm going to log in and just show you this so you get the idea. Yeah, lead pages. Been a lead pages user for a while. So I got a really nice responsive, template. And so this is just this. I hold this up as an example of the way that websites are going now. So you've got this really big wash of an image across the whole thing. You no longer have all the accoutrements that you used to have. But the thing is that when you squish it down, you're not going to lose anything, and the typeset is going to remain large enough so that someone on a phone can see it, and any buttons or any links are going to be big enough so that somebody's finger can go and touch it. So if you do it in little tiny rows like this, Google reads that as non-mobile friendly, so that's it's good to know. Anyway, so back to our Beyond Paranormal, they really bit into that one with 2015. So 2015 is like really, to me, it's the epitome of, you know, completely mobile website. Now I'm kind of halfway in between. Personally, I like, you know, all different kinds of things. I don't think I have to always watch everything on a phone. But I think 2014 has a really good look. So let's see what that looks like. Now there's no images on this site, so you're not really going to see what it looks like yet until I add some. But if I add a really huge image to one of these posts, it starts looking like that mobile style. Let me find one. Let me find a good one. Let's just go into the posts and add a post. Now I'm going to do this with WordPress now because I know I'm not. The thing is that in order for you to really have the best experience with ICC Express, you want to have your website foundation set up correctly. So that's why I'm just doing a test post now using the WordPress editor to see how it looks with a really big featured image. And I'm not going to keep this on there, but just for you, I'll make it testing a featured image. And I want to use one of the really big ones that I downloaded today. Used to be that, you know, when they didn't worry so much about the mobile stuff, you could put an image as a featured image and it would kind of go off in its own direction on the blog. And now it's definitely, they're making it look like that look that I showed you with the webinar page, to where it's really, that's the one I want. So to where it's really just a huge, almost a complete background. In fact, what it is a background. They're also doing video backgrounds now, which require that you have some decent bandwidth. That's a really big image, is what it is. So it's going to take a second. In fact, it may be too large. I'm going to actually see if I can clear that and perhaps just resize that one in Photoshop. So that's 16% size. That's a kind of a really cool image, I think. If you look at the image size, though, it's just gigantic. So that's just way too big. I do hope the blog has realized that I wanted it to stop uploading. And seeing as we don't seem to have too many bandwidth issues, it's probably okay. So I'm going to make this 1024 just to make it, you know, pretty big. And blow it up to 100. And let's see, we'll make it JPEG. Try to make it as small a file as I can because I don't like those huge files. This is going to be a big file no matter what we do, but when we upload it to Facebook, to the blog, then it will, they'll give it several different sizes. Oops, sorry. We'll make that resize. Then we'll try to see if we can put that in this post. Here it is. Seems to be uploading a bit better than the other one. It still takes a minute. It's about 100 kbytes, not that big. 1/10 of a megabyte or so. So if this works the way I expect it to, it's going to show that really nice background on the post. So I wish it would hurry up and upload. Almost there, folks. Wow, that's taking a long time. Well, you know, we're also transmitting my large screen to everyone on this call, as well as uploading a file. So that's a lot of bandwidth being used all at the same time. But looks like we are complete. And that seems to be the first one. Let me check this. Okay, I think this is the one. Yeah, so I actually uploaded both of them at that time. That was pretty weird. So we'll put the big, larger one and no link on that file. And I'd like to set that feature image also. Pretty sure that's the one, yep. And just see how that looks for the heck of it. Okay. Now let's see how that looks. Now it's, okay, there, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, can everybody see that? Let me get a yes or a 1 if you see what I'm talking about. Took a minute to get it going on, but you know, it might be old news to some of you, but I really, really like the way that it does this on this website. So, I mean, on this particular theme, because you can, it's really great for kind of pulling people into the images, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably what we'll do with this blog, you know, as we go forward, is just pull people into the images. And we'll also use videos so that, but we'll have the screen grab from the video up on the top here, and then the video itself will be here. So that's how I'm going to try to do that. I would like to try to sort of move this or change this up a little bit. That's not really the menu that I want up here. But I may just go ahead and build this on this theme because I like it. Hey, Mike. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Absolutely. WordPress 2015 is fully responsive, and I believe 2014 is fully responsive. You see how cool that is now? When I scrunch the window like this, it keeps my really cool kind of header image up at the top, but it puts all the content in perspective with it. So that's how a fully responsive theme works. And I'm sure you all know, you've all been informed ad infinitum that Google's coming out with a new update for mobile, so that's why this is important. Yeah, Mobilegeddon, Demon, you got it. Mobilegeddon's coming, so I'm not really that worried about it. I did check all my sites. There's a way to check, make sure you're going to be okay. So I'm not sure if, I'm not sure whether or not ICC Express actually sets the bit for the featured image. I do believe that the plugin that I have does that though, so let me just check that. I have this plugin. It's called, well, if it's installed, let me see if it's installed here. It's called Auto Post Thumbnail. And I definitely don't see it on this blog, so let's go get it. Yeah, right. So I'm supposed to add new. Okay, let's get with it, Hitchcock. And then we should have that right here. And let's install that. Now, auto post thumbnail, in my experience with this plugin, and I would say things like that because none of this software is guaranteed to do anything that they say it does. You just have to hope for the best in most cases. But my experience with this plugin is that when you add media to a post, like an image, and I've even seen it work with videos, it will basically extract the image or the video, and then it will make sure there's a thumbnail for that and also set it as a featured image. So that's kind of what I want done on this blog. Let's see if there's settings for that. I don't think it has a lot of settings. It just, yeah, featured thumbnail. I say, let's see. How many posts do I don't think I have very many posts, so I don't think that's going to help much. Well, I do have some posts, but they don't have any images, so that's the thing. So I had set Keyworkz to create all the posts, or all the categories with a post underneath it, but as you recall, I didn't really take the time to create that content inside those posts. So the only one we have here is the featured image, and I already did that. So what I'll do is create some content now. And let's see what we got. First thing I'll do is select that profile. And then let's see, we are already on that blog. I have auto match selected, so that means that because of the fact that Keyworkz had created the website, had created the categories and all that, it also inserted all of those into my ICC Express database, because they share the database. So as we import those keywords that we got from Keyworkz, they end up getting set to our blog profile. So if I'm lucky, we will have them all. So as you can see, yes, all of those keywords that we got last time are now in ICC Express, and they're connected to that profile. And you can sort of see that by just checking that checkbox. Yeah, Kevin, what WP version did I settle on? I always update to the latest version of WordPress. If you're talking about what theme did I settle on, I settled on 2014. So let's see actually what keywords do I have to work with here. They're all over here on the left. And I can add more keywords anytime I want to, add more content, but we sort of have all of these now on our blog without, without any content. So what I want to do is really create some content for some of these existing ones that I've got here. So I can do that by clicking this open a save draft. Now if you just hold on while it does its thing and then click blog posts, and now you can see I've got all these blog posts that we created last time, a month ago actually, and these are posts that have really no content except the keyword in it because we didn't take the time to create the content then. So we're going to go ahead and open up one of these. You can see the one I just made here, testing featured images, right at the top there. And let me pick one. Let me try ghost caught on camera. And I actually already had selected that keyword before, so that's good. So let's open that. And you can see here the post indicator here is turned red, and that means that I have a post loaded now that I'm targeting on that blog, and it's post ID 19, which is called Ghost Caught on Camera. So what I'm going to do, I don't have anything in my feeds about ghosts, so there's no reason to try to curate news. What I am going to try and do is curate some videos. And so what should happen is that when I open the video browser now, it should automatically search YouTube for ghosts caught on camera. So let's go ahead and open it up. And here we go. And we've got some good source material here to curate. Quite a few videos about ghosts caught on camera. Now, if I didn't have all of you on the line with me today, I'd probably start watching these videos and just say, ooh, look at that, till I find one that's really, I mean, there's quite a few out there that are quite effective, so I'm not worried that I wouldn't find one, but I don't really know what I'm looking at, until I take the time to look at it. I don't want to post something stupid, some kid's prank or something, rather than something that might really questionably be possibly have, who knows, have something on film that is not explainable or whatever, so that's what I'm really looking for. But I've got 47,602 pages of videos to look through. I think I might have enough to find something in there. I don't know. Of course, I don't want to scare anybody in this call or make anybody feel uncomfortable by looking at scary movies. I'd take a few minutes and watch them all, Douglas, yeah. I mean, that's what I would do. In fact, I'll have a look at one. I don't want to scare everybody in the call, though. I know we're all so impressionable. Ooh. Okay, ghost photographs. I think that's really good, probably a good one. So I'm going to click the blue tab. I could also click here and just go to the actual YouTube page and just have a look. And there's some really good photographs. And these are claiming, yes, they're definitely real. So I'm going to just, I'm not going to make you sit through that. You can go to my blog later and look at it if you want to. I just wanted to see, it just, oh, this is dumb. Okay, so look, okay, the comments say it's no good, so I don't know if that means I better not share it. If people are not saying that good, I'm not going to take the time really to watch it either. Let's see, top 20 real ghost photos. And what are people saying about this one? People are saying they're fake. I don't know. You know, I really have to would take my time watching them. You know, that looks pretty interesting. I mean, there's some really interesting photos out there. Okay, I think this is one has like the classic photos, so that's actually what I want. So let me see if I can find that over here. Top 20 real ghost photos. Here's top 10, top 20 real ghost photos. You can also put that in as a keyword. It'll take me right to it. Okay, so I got it right here, and I will insert that. I mean, there's anyone out there, you know, is just going to say it's a fake, you know, whatever. There are people who are skeptics, and there are people who are believers, and then there are people in between. Ghosts caught on camera. That's why you see it changed the keyword for me here. Now, if I were to, well, I'm just going to say ghosts caught on camera because that's what we're talking about. And it's a lot. There's a lot of very interesting literature in the folklore about ghosts caught on camera. Seen a few, and to be honest, some of them are quite unexplainable. This video provides a good look at some of the classic top 20 real ghost photos. And yeah, might as well give them their link back. You know, that's, you don't have to, but it's video. It's their video. Okay. My tags. Okay, and definitely didn't change the this actually is supposed to be called Ghost Caught on Camera because it's the topic post for that topic, right? I mean, that's how I do it. Start with the main topic, and then we'll branch off with other long tail keywords as we go forward. But right now I'm matching the title, the keywords, the category. I'm doing that on purpose, and the tags. I'm doing that all on purpose because that is a phrase that people search for. So I'm, you know, providing some content about that particular phrase. I could monetize. I'm not going to monetize this blog. I want to get traffic first. I'm just in the beginning stages here. Now, to do this right, also, I would probably create a Facebook fan page, which I haven't done yet. I don't believe I have. Right now, I seem to have the wrong Facebook account associated with that. I think if I save it, that should change it. So now it's still showing that, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about Facebook today, so I'm just going to go ahead and post this on the blog. I'm not sure if auto post thumbnail is going to make this into a featured image or not from the video. It is possible. I'd like to see what my source has, because we did have it set up to actually create the image. So I'm not sure if I deleted it or not. Let me just open this up. I'm going to save it as a draft. I save it as a draft. I'm not sure. It may be going directly to the blog. Possibly did. I'm not sure. No, it says a draft here. I've got it as a draft. Yeah, it's being recorded. And, you know, guys, I'm sorry I'm not, you know, like aggressively pushing stuff, but I figured you'd be more interested in just seeing, you know, some real work being done, which is more or less what I'm doing now, rather than just demonstrating stuff. What I wanted to see is how I could get the video screen cap, and I believe it's supposed to do that. I'm going to see if I actually yeah, that's cool, Kevin. Let me see if that has updated. I don't think it got updated yet. Okay, great. Did not get done yet. So I had saved it as a draft. I wanted to find out if I can get that video to give me a screen capture, because I believe it's set up to do that. If I don't play around with the HTML too much. So you have to be aware that it's in there, because that editor will get rid of it. Now I'm going to, when I change the keyword, it will basically change the keyword across the board. So when I click the blue T, it's going to use this for the keyword rather than ghost calling camera, which is not optimum, but that's okay. Now I want to see, now you can see right here where it says image i.ytimage.com HQ default. That is the YouTube screen grab that ICC Express generates for you. And it's set to display none, which means you don't see it. So it's kind of easy to play around here and delete it since you can't see it. So I probably should do something with that. But instead of please share this, I had wanted to say something like, have you ever caught a ghost on film? And of course I had already done that other as well. So one thing I'm going to do right here, make sure I still have that, and I'm going to try posting this now. Change the title again. I did save that other material in the draft, so I'm going to get it back from the draft and edit this once again. But I want to see how that YouTube screen cap works. And this is actually like a new, so I'm going to copy this. Actually, I have to go back to opening the blog post again because that was, since it's a green indicator over here, that means it's trying to make a new post. So I have to get it referencing that post again. GhostCon camera, open it. There's nothing there, so I can just paste that source back in, and now I have my post. In fact, I can do, what can I do? I'm going to keep this. So this is really the only thing that's missing from that other one. Okay, let's just go ahead and post that, and then we'll fix it. Let's go ahead and post. And check the blog post. So it did use the it used that as a featured image, but it didn't blow it up the way I want to. Because the reason is because the YouTube image that we use is the same size as the video embed. So there is a way of getting the huger one. I don't know if you guys ever mess around with stuff like this, but you know, when I want to do really good blog posts, I spend time doing all kinds of stuff like this. That one doesn't seem to be available as a high quality. Let's try it again. Nope. So that one doesn't even really have a high res one to work with. The biggest one apparently is this 480 by 360. So, the only other thing you could do then is like download it, blow it up, and then put it on the blog post, which I could do that. Right click to save as. Okay, YT screen cap .jpg. So I can open that with Photoshop. Usually they have bigger screenshots, so I don't know why this one really didn't, but I can blow it up again to the same like I did the other one, 1024, and we'll save it. We'll give it a new name. And I'm going to see if I can do this whole operation with ICC Express, actually. Open file operations. Okay, now I can do is put text into the picture. See, all I have to do is click text from profile, and this will now put this text into my image for keyword searching in the image itself. This actually is more about GhostCon on camera, so that's probably what I would put in it, because that's the keyword that we're really targeting here. And we've got some stuff here, so what I'll do is I'll sort of filter out everything except ghost stuff. We delete everything except things about ghosts. And just a few. I mean, those are enough keywords. And then press Save to EXIF. Now that's been pressed into the image. And now I will use the global keyword file name. It might be top 20 ghosts caught on camera, might be ghosts caught on camera. Well, now I'll just go ahead and store it in the blog. And you see I don't have too many images on the blog, but the reason that this one is there, remember we added that, this was created by auto thumbnail post. Because I had a reference to that image. As you recall, it was generated by ICC Express as just a hot link out to the image. Bye, Debbie. And so auto thumbnail post reads your post and it sees if there's a reference to a hot linked image, and it'll go out there and get that image and create it on your blog like this. This one, however, is the one that I just uploaded. You can see it already has the keyword in the title, top 20 real ghosts, whatever it is, and we can actually view it on the blog like this. So what I want to do is get this image and basically replace the one that I was using in that post before. So what I'll do is go here to the source, and I'll delete this reference to the hot link YouTube image. And what I'll do is here is I'll insert here, and I will open Media Library. And now I'll just click this blank icon here. Now I've got that image, but in fact it looks small, but that's only because this applet puts a 500 width on it. So if I remove that, it's really huge. It's really a huge image that we just uploaded, 1024 by 768. I don't want it to show, though. I want it to behave like the other one. However, auto post thumbnail will or should use this for the featured image, and it'll make it go across the blog the way I showed you before. So let me just, what's I going to do? I'm going to go to Advanced, and I think I can say Display :none. And update it, and then that disappears. See, that's how we do it, but it's still there. As you can see, it's right here. I'm also going to fix up this alt. So I could do that. I could have done that when it was visible in the applet, but I didn't do it right now. So I'm just going to get rid of these %20. So the alt text now reads an image of top 20 real ghost photos. And it's good to have alt text in your image. So we now have that image, and hopefully auto post thumbnail will make that one to be the featured image. You can see now that it has loaded my Facebook profile too with all my pages. I don't have a Beyond Paranormal page yet, but perhaps that is to come in the future. Let's go ahead and post it. This should update that post. Okay, and let's click through, Ghost on Camera. it's the same thing. No, ghost on camera. I'm getting confused now because what happened to that other post? Sorry, folks. Did it say that? No, that was a different one. Let's just try updating that one more time and we'll see it. I have to put the tags in too. I didn't do that yet. You can go back and do that. Let's see the blog post. Okay, still did not work with the auto post thumbnail, but chances are if I had put the very large one first, it would have done that. It's kind of, since it already has a featured image, it's probably already stuck on that one. So I've removed the featured image. See, once I figure out how to do this correctly, I will just do it from ICC Express and not from the blog, but I'm trying to get it calibrated, basically, is what I'm doing here. So I still have, now I have my image. Let's see if it works. It may work, may not. Let's try it. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So how many people are still with me and understand, following me, what my motives and everything at this point? Let me get a 1 or a yes in the chat box. No way, huh, Ricardo? Okay, great. I don't want to be boring anybody, but to me this is exciting. I don't know about you, but to me this is exciting because this is exactly what I want to be able to do. The idea is to make sure that we get a nice picture that's big enough. Thank you, Deb. That's, we get a picture that's big enough so that when all we have to do is put a reference into the post. Right on, Douglas. And we just put a reference to that image in the post, and auto post thumbnail does the work for us of putting it into that spot of being the featured image. And with this theme, I just love the way it really does that. Now, that's not the greatest image in the world, but where it really works is you get some really beautiful images, and then it just really, really knocks you out with how good it looks, Right on, Outlander. Okay, so that is how I want this to work, and I'm going to look into maybe doing something with the sidebar stuff so it doesn't quite, scream, WordPress 2014 quite so much. I may put some kind of a header image at the top. I've got some good candidates for that. Now this is crap content here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to clear it real quick. I'm going to open that draft that I had here. Now I've got, pretty decent copy that I wrote. I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's better than what's there now for sure. What it says write something about. So now I've got this copy here. I'm just going to copy it. And then I'm going to open again. I'm going to go to blog posts. And find this one. I believe that's the one that I was working on. So so it says right here something. So what I'm going to do is just replace that with the copy that I had already saved. And we can check the source. So it still has that image, display none. so nothing will happen with our thumbnail. And then I'm going to just go ahead and, oh, let me put some tags. Also, I didn't categorize that, so somehow it didn't get on the category. So now it's on the category. Put some tags. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and post that. And we'll see how that comes out. Now that looks, you know, a little bit more of the type of content that I will be putting out there. I don't like the way this theme makes the video so tiny, but that kind of goes away when you act like a phone. So, you know, say when you take your browser and you physically act like a telephone, then it looks great, right? And that's how they're designing the stuff now. It looks super fantastical if you're looking at it on a phone. If you look on a web browser, this part looks really good, but I don't like this limit here, sort of like they limit the column size. I'd much rather have this to be able to stretch out. So I may look at another theme. I really do like the way that this handles your featured images. I think it's just a beautiful thing. Okay, so we got a few minutes left. I'm going to show you one little piece of drudgery that you might want to try, and hopefully it will work as I show you. Here's Keyworkz. Remember, we were working on Keyworkz. So I figured what I would try to do is add one of those About Us sections to this blog and use Keyworkz to do it. Somewhere around here I have some obligatory pages that we need to add. So instead of adding them to this and then trying to glom everything on, what I will do is this. I'm going to create a new project, and the title is going to be Beyond Paranormal About Us. And this isn't much of it. It's not a keyword, but it's called About Us. It's going to be part of my silo. And the targeted blog is the one we've been looking at, beyondparanormal.com. For the main About Us page, I'm just going to put some content like it's very bizarre. That's about it. Some weird folks. I don't know if I would actually put my email address online, but I'm not really taking my email here. Yeah, right. Oops, something went weird over there. Sorry guys, something went awry. This will do from time to time. Okay. I think we'll be doing giving a service pack pretty soon. So Logging in. Let me close. It's possible that there's issues because of database locking. That's probably what it is. So I'm going to close these other programs. Since ICC Keyworkz and ICC Express share the same database, you should probably be aware that if you do try to do database operations with them both running at the same time, you might end up in issues like I just had. Because what happens is one program locks the database while it's reading and writing to it, so the other program gets locked out. So let's try that again. Okay, that worked. You see the layout's working better now. Everything's working better. This probably was a database locking issue. Okay, let's add keyword. This is just going to be, privacy policy. We all need. Terms of use. You prevent that Jam Pro by quitting the program that you're not using. Okay? Maybe quit both and then restart the one that you want to use so that nobody's locking the database except the one that you're using. Website disclaimer and contact us. I'm going to make these children, first of all, they're all going to be pages. Okay, no categories. All pages. And I'm not going to do interlinking with them either. They're all going to be in the menu. They're all going to be children of the top of About Us. So they'll all be underneath About Us. I'm going to save that silo now. Yeah, Douglas. Somebody's having a webinar, I think Thursday, about how to make sure you have the right legal terms on your website and stuff. I'm definitely going to be attending that. I don't remember who it is, but I did sign up for it. So in the meantime, I'm using some pages that I got from Tanya, who also purchased a package. I don't know any Cooper daemons, so I'm not sure. Okay, so now when I do the operations over here, I'm going to create categories and menus, and I'm going to add to existing silos. That means it's going to create a new menu item and add it to the one that's existing. But I'm not going to make top-level menus only, and I'm not going to import those keywords because they're not really keywords. Okay? Well, let me go ahead and get the content in, because I can do that now. So I can open up the content editor, get my privacy policy here. And it's interesting that this one comes in both text and HTML format. I think I'll just take the text. It has the text part at the top, and then it starts HTML down here. So I'm just going to take the text part, and I can put that right in there. It looks very nice. If I wanted to, I could bold this or something, apply a header to it or something like that. Maybe I'll just bold it. It's already going to have a title, so that's not really a big deal. Accept and close. And we'll do the terms of use. We've got, okay, terms of service and conditions of use is what they call it here. Wow. Oops, I've started getting the HTML part of it. Hold on. There we go, and we'll put that. And it's just terms of use, so I will do that and bold it, accept and close. Bada bing. Website disclaimer. Let me get that one. Disclaimer, and it goes to here, so we copy and paste that. Give it a little bold, accept and close. And contact us. I usually, I'll use this thing called Best WebSoft Contact Form, and it just takes a little short code. So I'm going to do the short code is contact form. Okay, it's true I put the email on the About Us page, but I'm not really in the habit of putting my emails out there because you get spam that way, so I'll probably get rid of that. And we use the contact form instead. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to put that up there. Let me just refresh that real quick. Okay, I know what's happened here, so let me go fix the primary menu before I even do something here. Since I switched themes, the primary menu slot was rearranged. That is something you're going to come up against if you use this system and you change themes. So you go to the menus in the appearance section. And you go down the bottom. You see it still has my menu here from the Silo Factory, but it doesn't have anything checked. That's why it looks so weird on the web page. It's not even using this menu that I made. So let's go ahead and save that, and then we'll have a look again. And so let's go ahead and refresh or go to the front page of the menu. And I just love that. I mean, that's not even the post that I made. That's the front page of the website now. So if I like this, the way this looks, I can make that post a sticky post, and the blog will look like this every time someone comes to the front page. I really like that. Now you notice here my menu is back. Right? Alien abduction, beyond paranormal. It's not really quite the right order, so I'll probably, what they've done is alphabetized everything. I'm not really thrilled about that, but again, that's a WordPress thing. It's not a Keyworkz thing. It's a WordPress thing. So we'll deal with that in the back end of WordPress. I'm going to go ahead and try and see if I can execute my About Us section now. And then I can change everything over here in the widgets section, which I haven't addressed yet. Let's go back to Keyworkz, and then I'm going to create these it says categories and menus, but you have to remember Keyworkz will not create a category for a page when you select page here. Only if you select category. The page is a page, and a page does not have a category, so it's not going to create any categories in this circumstance here. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Hopefully it will work correctly, and let's give it a shot. Blonde aliens. Yeah. Okay, so notice it's done. It says okay. And there's something cool I want to explain to you as well, but let's just go and refresh the front page. And you'll notice we now have an About Us section. Everybody see that? Give me a one or a yes to let me know how wonderful you think that is. I think it's good. I dig it. Okay, so we've got all this stuff, and now let's just take a look, make sure it's got our content. I'm not seeing the content. It looks like it didn't make my content, so that's, I'm not sure why. I really don't know why it didn't make the content, so we can still address that. It made the content on this one. Don't know why it didn't do the content on the others. I'm going to have to look into that, but what we can do is we have the structure now, at least. The content didn't work. I'm going to look into why the content didn't work. Yeah, more troubleshooting. But the good thing about it, guys, is that we have the structure, right? We have the structure. You don't have to build it. We don't have to click page after page, adding pages and menus and all that stuff. It's done. But what we can do now is select that profile and then open. It says open draft, but it's really opening anything. And you see we've got the blogs, the content now. So I can open website disclaimer, and I can basically just do the same thing here. I'm positive this is going to work. So let's just try posting that. And then we go to the disclaimer. Let's see if it's there. Yeah, so now we have the content. So the content did not, for some reason, the content did not work in Keyworkz, and I'm going to look, see why. But we can easily access that stuff from ICC Express and just paste it in like that. You could even just make the structure with Keyworkz and don't put the content in, although, you should be able to do that. Luckily, I have everything already, so I can just copy and paste, post. The other one is privacy, so I'm going to get that. Clear, open, pages, privacy, open. Paste, post. And done. And I'm kind of annoyed that that didn't work. So I think you guys will know by the next time you talk to me, I'm going to have that working, whatever the issue was. As you can see, we have all the obligatory stuff now on the blog. There's one thing that I need to do still. So you notice if we go to contact us, there's nothing there. So what I'm going to do is install my Best Web Soft plugin, and you'll see how it really should look. BWS contact form. And install. Activate. And now when we go back to this page, we have a contact form that looks good. And then there's one thing I'm going to do as well. Let me check that I set up the permalinks correctly. I believe I did. let me get the, let me turn off discussion. I don't want to have comments at all until I get some real traffic. I don't want comments, I don't want notifications, I don't want any of that stuff. So I just turn off all of these and save changes. But it's one thing you got to do. Since I already have posts, I don't want people leaving spam on my posts. So I'm going to change my screen options so I can see a ton of posts on this page. Apply that. And so now I have all my posts on this page, and I'm going to click here to check them all. I'm going to go bulk actions, edit, apply, and I'm going to say comments do not allow on all my posts. Ricardo, that's a good question. Do I use security plugins? Ricardo, I'm a programmer and I deal with stuff, and I've cleaned hack blogs many, many times, and I tried Wordpress, and it made no difference. The problem is that even with Wordpress, you can get hacked, and most people don't even know it because they don't know what to look for. So you don't see me worrying about all these security plugins, but that's because I know what to look for. I think it's mainly to help people that don't know, what they should be looking for to see if they're hacked or not. I've done a couple of videos for our subscribers. You can get to my YouTube channel and view them anytime that you want to. So I've changed the hey Bruce, did you just sign on? Because we were talking about that since the beginning of the webinar about the mobile stuff. I think this whole webinar has really talked about that a lot. So it seems like you might have just come on because you missed it. So definitely, get the recording and you'll view all this. Now this is Web Dimensions. It's the name of the YouTube channel, Web Dimensions. These are the pages. I'm also going to bulk edit these so that they don't get comments as well. As soon as this thing gets out there, we're going to get commented with all kinds of spam about Viagra and stuff. I don't want to see that. So, okay, that's done. Now, what else? Well, what I kind of wanted to show you with Keyworkz, once you have a little silo like that. Unfortunately, the content didn't work, so that's what I have to figure out, and it's kind of taken some of the pizzazz out of this last thing I wanted to tell you. But if you have a silo like this and it's working, then the next time, it's just like an About Us section, then all you have to do is select a different profile, like on another blog. Oops. And then you can, well, that doesn't have the plugin installed on it. So you would have to have one that has Keyworkz installed on it. And at this time, I'm not sure which ones do. But you would find another, if you have other blogs that you're working on, right? You want to put this same series of pages on there. All you have to do is target that blog and then execute it to that blog. So you can add the same section. Yeah, content recycling, Douglas. So you can, with Keyworkz, you can make a lot of different things like that and apply them to different blogs. I really think I should create like a clone button too, so you can clone these things and just make variations. So it's really good that I'm going through all this with you guys because it gives me ideas about how I can enhance the software as I use it. Kevin wanted to know about comments, how and when I might use comments? Good question. Yeah, good question, because, well, now I don't allow comments because immediately the first thing you do when you put a blog live on the internet is, you get millions of comments about all different kinds of spam, and I just don't like that. So the thing is, when you get your blog established to the point where you have an audience that really pays attention to you, and you may even be collecting emails, through an opt-in on the blog, that you can really start having a conversation with your users. That's when you can turn on comments, because then you're going to have a larger ratio of real comments to spam comments. But you're never going to get over that if you allow the spam comments to inundate your website, because you'll never get a real comment. As soon as somebody comes, they'll say, oh yeah, well, you have good content, but look at all that crap about Louis Vuitton and Viagra and SEO and all that stuff. Is, who wants to add a comment to that? A real person will not do it. Right? So so that's why I just, I put that stuff off immediately. There's no reason. No one in their right mind believes that you're getting a real comments. Yeah, who wants to eat where they serve spam, Demon? And unfortunately, a lot of my subscribers, not all of them, but some of them have a little trouble being able to tell the difference between spam traffic and real traffic. So I find that unfortunate. Say, hey man, I got 10,000 comments on my blog. I'm really getting a lot of traffic. No. What is that your blog's is now on the radar for millions of spammy backlink programs out there that are trying to load you up with backlinks. That's all. And so, you will never have a real business unless you first create content that people find interesting in a way that draws them in, that gets them involved with it. And then you can start to have a real conversation with people, and especially if you're doing the opt-in thing, because you can then email them. When you put a new blog post out, the people that have opted into your list, you can email them and say, hey, I just put a new post out. Check it out and leave your comments. Then you're going to get some real comments. And I've done that, and it works great. It's absolutely wonderful. But you have to have a conversation with your audience. You can't just, unfortunately, we're all sort of programmed into this, feeling that we're able to install some kind of a machine on our blog that's all of a sudden going to turn people on and make people take out their credit cards and all that stuff. I really don't think that's the way we're going. I really don't think so. But that's me. Call me crazy. That's what I think. So now I've heard about stuff like comment love is supposed to be good. I don't know anything about it. I don't use that kind of thing. I'm really kind of an old school guy that I just rely more on talking to my people, with email, with my blog posts and stuff. And I'm not really the kind of guy that uses a lot of gadgets. You probably know that by now. I build them to do basic functions. That's what I do. I build them to do basic functions that we all do. Anyway, enough about me. So I think we've gone through everything that I was going to go through this week. I appreciate all your contents and your questions and your involvement, and I hope this was a good session for you guys. I really enjoyed it myself, and This is actually probably maybe one of the first, like I told you when I started this, I wanted to bring you all into me, how I actually do my work and stuff. And so I think you're really starting to see how I do my work when I create my blog. And I don't stop until I'm really super happy with it. And to be honest, I'm not done with what we did today, but it gave you some idea about how I'm moving forward. Yeah, absolutely, Outlander. And Kevin, I don't, I didn't really look at putting a header on this Beyond Paranormal, but I really super like the way it looks with with this one post that I did, the very first one I did. It just looks so cool. In fact, I think I should change this and actually put a name on it and just say Beyond Paranormal, because this is a very nice image to kind of, it may be the one that I use. I don't know. I wish I could put time aside every day for blogging, Douglas. In fact, I'm trying to, get my business to the point where it's running itself so I can do more blogging and do more music composing and all the creative stuff that I really like to do. Software engineering is right there with that, but unfortunately with running a company like this, there's so many things you have to do every single day. So I would like to have more. So I'm doing this blog with you guys. I will do some work on this between now and 2 weeks from now. So it'll be, hopefully I'll have it more on a foundation where I can just start curating stuff and building the content every day. And then it's not so hard because it's stuff that I really enjoy. I'm really interested in watching those spooky videos. For some reason, it's just kind of the kind of person that I am. So, it's something I will enjoy doing. Well, thanks, Douglas. I appreciate that. You think I'm amazing. I appreciate that. You're amazing, too. Yeah, Bruce, I got to sit behind the desk and code and train. But, I mean, there's so many things, and it's all really rewarding for me. It's really satisfying. So just want to get it to the point where I can start doing, giving more value to people rather than, doing drudgery or whatever. So Brian, I'm really glad you enjoy it. And Bruce, thanks for telling me I appreciate it. I really appreciate that you appreciate me. So that's great. Awesome, guys. Guys, don't miss the webinar tomorrow. This recording that you're listening to now is going on posterity, but on April 14th there is a webinar. So you probably got my email about it. So okay, Kevin, awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think it's time to say goodnight now to wrap things up. Although I'd like to hang out more, but it's already almost an hour and a half. And okay, guys, you guys have a great night, and thanks for being here once again. I'm really looking forward to doing it all again 2 weeks from tonight, which is when the next one is. So you guys have a great night, and I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully see you tomorrow, too. So have a good evening, guys. Hugh out.